All right, boys and girls, we are looking at the DMR for Monday, April 27th. First question says, write 18 and 8/10 in standard form. That word and is the decimal point, so we've got 18 as our whole number and 8/10. Number 2, it says, what is the greatest common factor of 6 and 8? So remember, when we're finding greatest common factor, we are dividing and seeing what can be divided by our numbers. So we noted that the factors of 6 are 6, 3, 2, and 1. The factors of 8 are 8, 4, 2, and 1. And the greatest common factor between the two of those would be 2. So your answer is 2. Next, it says to compare the decimals using greater than, less than, or equal to. So we notice that the ones place and the tenths place are the same, but in the hundredths place, this has a 7 and this has a 1, so this number is greater. Number 4 says, Mrs. Hilbert ordered 450 new books. She wants to divide the books evenly between 6 classrooms. So it has the word divide right in there. How many books will each class receive? So we're taking 450, dividing them into 6 groups. So 6 goes into 4, 0 times. 6 times 0 is 6. Is 0. All right, and 4 minus 0 is 4. Then our next step is to bring down the 5. All right, so now I'm asking myself, how many times does 6 go into 45? So I'm thinking about my 6 multiplications. I'm thinking, okay, 6 times, if you don't know this in your head, that's why you think you can write down your multiplication facts or whatever. So 6 goes into 45 7 times, because 6 times 7 is 42. Okay, so now I'm doing 45 minus 42, which would be 3, bringing down this last 0. And then I'm asking myself, how many times does 6 go into 30? That would be 5 times. So 6 times 5 is 30. So there is no remainder, and your final answer should just be 75. Number 5, it says, what is the probability? And we're going to be talking more about probability next week, but what is the probability of rolling a dice numbered 1 through 6 and getting an 8? Well, is there any chance that if the dice just has numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, that you would roll an 8? No, there's 0 chance, so the probability is 0. There's no chance that you would get that number. All right, the last question today is Miss Leskinek bought 8 iPad apps for $5 each. She also bought new pens for $6.78 and new colored pencils for $3.29. How much money did she spend? So we're looking for a total here. The first thing I'm going to do is notice that the word each gives me a clue that 8 iPad apps and they were $5 each. That tells me I'm going to multiply 8 times 5. What is 8 times 5? You said 40. That is correct. Okay, so we know that she spent $40 on the iPad apps. Then she spent $6.78 and $3.29. So we're going to take $40 and we're going to add it because we're looking for how much she spent in total. We're going to add $6.78, making sure to line up those decimal points, and $3.29 to that. So now I can add them up. 0 plus 8 plus 9, so 8 plus 9 would be 17. We're going to bring my 1 up here to the tens place. 1 plus 7 is 8, plus 2 more is 10. 0 here and 1 up here. We're going to make sure we put our decimal point right there. 1 plus 0 plus 6 is 7, plus 3 more is 10, so another 0. We're going to bring that 1 up here, and 1 plus 4 is 5. So your final answer should be $50.07. So those are your answers for Monday's DMR.